Welcome to Crepe Myrtle Row. My name is Lisa. Today we're going to tour my living room decorated for spring. Okay, as we start here, stepping out of the kitchen, there is some plates that I put on the wall. I love decorating with plates. They just, that's instant artwork, and you can change them up and just put all kinds up there. And something I haven't shown that I put up recently is these two corbels and then that little bracket piece up there. I'm wanting to print me out something to go into the middle of that. It kind of looks like it's a picture frame. I don't know what was originally in it. That's how I bought it. But I think I'm gonna print out some kind of scripture or something and put in that. And then right here on the side, it's got a glare so it's hard to see. I love this saying. It's a good reminder every day as I'm leaving the house. I can see that. And here is my hall tree, and I just keep baskets on the little hooks. Used to have hats, a lot of different hats hanging on it, but now I put baskets and just fill it with all kinds of faux greenery. And then I have one of my vintage quilts hanging over my rocking chair and two of my little bunny pillows. I do have a video showing how those are made. I'll try to put an iCard here or a link down in the description box below. They're very, very easy to do. There's a little rabbit that I painted back when I used to paint for a studio that sold all over the place. And then here's my favorite piece in my living room is this fireplace surround. And we'll start up here at the top. I love the swung vase glasses. So I finally got all of my collection put out in one spot. And I love blue and green, as you can see, so I use that a lot. And this setup I kind of put up last year. I had the books, the large jars, the little silver plates in the back, and that has pretty much stayed the same, and I just change out either the greenery, which I had different ones last year, but I think I'll leave this up this year until like fall or Christmas. And then I change out whatever pieces I have sitting on top of the books and stuff. So the basics are there. I can just change out a few pieces to make it look totally different for each season. And then on each side I have these little cages with battery operated candles. And then this garland I actually made, and also I have a video. It's an old one, but I'll put a link to it where I made that garland out of the garland came with the eggs on it already. I got it Joann's Fabrics several years ago, and then I just bought ribbons and tied in between the eggs. But you could easily do this with just buying the eggs, poking a hole on the end, get you like a long needle that you could poke the hole through, and string them on a piece of jute string and tie ribbons, and then you could use any kind of eggs you wanted. Just have a little wreath there hanging. And then on top of the mantle here, I love this piece, especially for Easter, representing the Christ there with the cross and the little peace doves, or mourning doves, and some there, and then the praying hands. All of this was thrifted, except for the candle holders right there, the big ones. Those came from Hobby Lobby. However, they are just a wood color, and I distressed them with paint, so that's why they're a little bit different color. And as you can see, I also like to use a lot of books, and I look for vintage books or just books with the bindings and the colors that I love. And I put those everywhere to use for risers and stuff. And these candles here, those are battery operated. They come on at night. And I have my brass, big giant brass swans. Those are probably 2.5 feet tall, or at least. Little angel there. And I have some faux paper whites, I guess is what those are supposed to be, or daffodils in there. And then I haven't shown this, or you may be new to my channel and haven't seen it. I had this jar that I just fill with old spindles and what do you call those things? Spools, thread spools. I don't know. Mine's going blank. It does that when I'm filming. But there is a hole in the back, and that's how I'm able to put those things. It's probably about a 4-inch hole, or maybe 3.5, more like it. And I'm able to reach my hand in there and place stuff. I know I have questions sometimes of how do I get stuff down in that hole. And then that is just a lamp I have that hopefully my friend Kim from My Feather Nest, we had talked about her coming and helping me do a flower arrangement in it. She is phenomenal at arranging flowers. That is my weakness when it comes to decor, is flower arrangements. So I've asked her to come. Hopefully, I'm not sure when we'll get it planned out, but come and give us step by step on how to do this. I have tons of florals to use, and I'm hoping she can come and we'll video it and her giving us tips of how to make it look like hers look. Just not sure when that's going to happen, but keep a lookout for it. And like I said, I love plates, so I just added a little nail to that wooden piece and hung a plate there because I loved the looks of that one. And I know it's going to be hard to see because of the glare, but that is a chalk. I think it's probably done with chalk or something. You can't really see it. And up there I have an old vintage shutter, and these are needle points that I thrifted. I showed them in a thrift haul one time. And I wanted something hanging above that, so I put that up there. And I know if you've seen my living room tours in the last year or so, you've probably seen this, but like I said, I know I have a lot of new subscribers that maybe haven't. And I added those brackets when I redid the ceilings and everything in here. So I had to wait till nighttime so I could show you how I do behind my couch, because the glare during the daytime was so strong you couldn't see it. But I just have a lot of faux plants, and then I just put them on books with doilies and have that wooden swan, duck, whatever you want to call it, and just kind of keep it simple there so I can see over it and see out. That is a cross stitch, some more old prints. I love vintage landscapes, especially if they got cool frames and stuff. And this is one of my favorites. I just love that scene with the sheep. And this is the table beside where I sit in the living room and just have random pieces on there. Love that little frog vase and that architectural piece there. That is a faux plant back there. I don't really do real house plants. And I love having magazines around to get inspiration. And I've mentioned this 100 times or more, but I love doing adult coloring books, and this is my station. There is markers, 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 all back in there, the books and everything. So all of that is kept handy. I mean, even down in the bottom there. All of that is right there where I can work on them when I'm watching TV or whatever. It's just background noise to me. That's what I do. My creative brain has to constantly be doing something. So there's that. I think I want to take up cross stitching again, maybe doing that, maybe knitting or something. It's like I need to be doing something all the time to be creative or my brain's gonna explode. Then I collect the aluminum plate things there, or trays, so I put that there. That is one of my favorite thrifted finds. That big picture in that frame, just love it. And I like putting those keys on it. And then more vintage landscapes. That mirror. And then I added that piece to the door when I redid this room. That was like a headboard or a top of a dresser. I'm not really sure. I think it was a headboard or something. I bought it, thrifted it, and then just painted it to match the door there. And that's my entertainment center. That's an old shutter. And again, I just put a nail on it to hang that little brass candle sconce thing. Another kind of landscape print that I love. And here is a collection of my quilts. Y'all, every time I turn around, I'm finding more of them that I have stuffed in drawers, cabinets, under beds, and closets. And so I finally just started giving some of them away. I called my sister-in-law over because I know she loves them and then her sister loves them. So I gave them some. Had to share them. I just had too many. If I can't fit them all there, I don't need them. And then, so that's a flower arrangement I did, and it's okay, but trust me, Kim could make it look 100 times better with the way she does things. So I'm looking forward to learning tips from her. Just a little piece there, and then that's one of those wax warmers back there. And I don't know if I've mentioned it lately, but all of my lights, like I have lights up here, those little lamps everywhere, those are on the smart plugs, and I have one of the Alexas that I can control it. I have it all grouped together so I can just tell her to turn them on or turn them off. And that saves going around having to turn everything off and on every day. Love it. And they're not just in this room. I have them in the dining room, everything. So when I tell her here, the entire house comes off and on. So if you don't have one of those and you've been thinking about it, I highly recommend it. Plus, I have them in different rooms and having it where I can listen to music everywhere. Love doing that. That is one of my most recent thrift finds, is that picnic basket for $2.50, and I love it. Loved the blue and the green colors on it. And then just put a few of my little clay pots stacked up there, and the faux tulips. Now that bunny back there and that one are some my mom painted, the wooden ones. My stepdad cut them out, my mom painted them. I have one of the little girls in a little bit different color. Mine is more of a seafoam green and pink that I did for my daughter when she was a baby in her room. And it's in the tour of my dining room. And then just different pieces. Now that piece right there in the middle, that was originally a lamp. And I just loved that piece. It just looked like one of those ginger jars to me. So I actually didn't need a lamp that size, so I took it apart and just kept the jar piece, which may have been what it was to start with and someone turned it into a lamp. I don't know, but there was a hole at the top and a hole at the bottom that they made a lamp, but I just loved all of the detail of the pieces on there, so I just wanted it as like a vase. And then that's like a little vintage vase I found. And then this one I think is so pretty. And I like using lights to uplight. At night, everything's like lit from below and it's just so pretty. And then here is my collection of the hens on a nest. I have a few. They're an addiction if you start collecting them. And I love bird figurines, especially the vintage bird figurines. So that is that. And then down here, I just have some pieces sitting around, and there's the Alexa that's sitting there. I don't have mine named that, so I can say that name without her waking up and wanting to know what I'm talking about. You can actually name them like 3 different names, so I changed the name of mine. And I fill in a little gap there with some greenery just to give it some color there. But that is all for my living room and dining. I don't know why I'm saying dining room. I've already done that room. Just my living room tour for spring. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and as always, if you don't already subscribe to my channel, I would love for you to do so. Hit the notification bell. You'll get notified each time I upload a video. I'm on Facebook and Instagram as Crepe Myrtle Row there also. I also have an Etsy shop that I'm continually adding things to, so please check all those out, and everything will be in the description box below will be links to all of that. I hope y'all have a very blessed day. Bye.